Welcome to UserAndI, the channel where I explore all things UI and UX design, and today's video is all about masking in Adobe XD. So if you're not sure what masking is, it's the idea of hiding part of the image or part of an element and showing just a really small part, or maybe a part that's of interest to you. So what we're going to do is first draw a rectangle. I'm going to take up the border and change the background color just a tiny bit just so you can see it against a white background, and I'm going to drag that to the center, scale it up just a little bit, and then I'm going to paste in an image. And then what I'm going to do is select both by clicking and dragging over them. I'm going to right click and then select mask with shape. So this is our first mask. As you can see, Adobe XD has made a mask group and our image is now cropped with the shape that we've drawn below it. So if I double click this mask group now, we get this view, and this allows us to drag our image around the mask so we can dictate which element that we see, which part of the image we see, sorry. Let's draw two rectangles this time. Again, take out the border. I'm going to change the background on that. And I'm going to copy and paste that again. And then what I'm going to do is use this tool here. What this does is that it combines the shape into one. As we can see, Adobe XD has made that a union, and then what I'll do is paste in our image. I'm going to scale that down just a little bit. I'm going to select both by clicking and dragging over them. Then I'm going to select mask with shape, and as you can see, we get the same effect. We can basically mask our image with multiple shapes as we wish, and we can move our image around in this group. But what if we wanted to take this a step further? So immediately what comes to mind for me is other shapes. So if I draw a circle here, I'm going to take out the border as always. I'm going to give that a different color so we can see it. And what I'm going to do here is use XD's repeat grid tool. Now what this allows you to do is duplicate shapes horizontally and duplicate shapes vertically. So now we've done that, if we ungroup our grid, now we've got them as separate layers, and we add them together, so now they're a whole group of layers. And if we paste our image in again, scale that down so it's covering just all parts of the shape, we click and drag over them in the artboard, right click, and we can select mask with shape. And this is where masking really gets powerful, because we can literally make any design, we can get as creative as possible, and we can start creating some really interesting shapes. What we can also do, so previously we've clicked and we've dragged the image around, but what if you wanted to click and drag some of the shapes around? So if we select our mask group, we go into our union, and we can move that around. So what we have now is we still got our mask shape, but we can now start breaking up this grid and making some really interesting patterns, maybe putting some text in between where the circles were, or just moving them off the page completely. Or what I like to do is, what if we just delete one of these, and then we start creating really interesting patterns as well. So that's it for today's tutorial. Let me know if you use this in any of your designs or how you get on, and I'll see you on the next episode.